So that's a great question, and this one has layers to it. This was a great set by you. High, a touch inside of me. I will say this was one of my more, I don't know if iconic is the right word, more memorable matches. And tournaments too, actually. I played really good after I didn't play really good.
Welcome to Roll the Tape, where we dive into the stories, the legacy, and the evolution of grass and beach volleyball in the Midwest. From past legends to future stars, deep conversation and game footage, we're here to grow the game, build community, and keep the passion alive. Our guest today is a longtime professional player, played indoor in 9 countries around the world, many seasons. He's played opposite, outside, and middle, everything but setter. And he's been a formidable opponent on the grass circuit for many years here in the Midwest. And one of my dear friends, I'm talking, of course, about Mr. Relyea Speller. Thank you, and welcome to the show.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Relyea, I wanted to bring you on today because one of my favorite tournaments that I remember playing in was the inaugural Battle at the Five O's in Oconomowoc. Obviously, that's where the name Five O's comes from. And we played in that match together. And so I want to run some of that footage and talk through it with you. But before we do that, I just want to give everybody a quick update. We're not going to go through a bunch of your background and stuff today because you and I had a great interview last year that we put on our Community Voices page. So if you guys are interested in Relyea Speller's background, I encourage you to look up that interview on our Community Voices page online. And in that interview, we talked about some of the obstacles you faced growing up in the sport of volleyball as a black athlete that doesn't necessarily have or had a lot of exposure to other black professional athletes and role models, right? So one of the things that we talked about that might have been really helpful for you was seeing professional athletes of color playing the sport of volleyball, especially playing a multitude of positions, and that would have been inspiring to you, right?
Very much so.
Yeah. So I have some good news on that. Volley Life is partnering with the Badger region this year on August 8th. They do an annual clinic at St. Marcus Elementary School. And I think it's like up through 6th grade. And St. Marcus has a network, and they bring in all these kids and parents from all around these different Lutheran schools in the Milwaukee area. And it's a volleyball clinic. So what we're going to do, what Volley Life is going to do, is help pay for athletes such as yourself to come in and be clinicians, do a little exhibition match, and we're also going to try to do a little bit of teaching for coaches. A lot of first-time coaches maybe don't know about the game, don't know how to teach it that well, and so we're just going to try to give them some resources and share some knowledge with them. So hopefully that works with you. We'd love to have you on board.
Sure, I'd love to do it, man.
Yeah, I think you'd be great. You've got a lot of coaching experience already. You do a lot of club coaching with kids. That's why you're up here in Milwaukee, right?
Yeah.
So tell me what's going on this weekend.
So we're playing in I think it's called the Brew Fest or Brew City Festival. Sure. It's club sponsored by tournament sponsored by JVA, and it's not like a big qualifier or anything. It's just a big tournament. How to put it? Held for seeding. So okay. they don't really do qualifiers so much on the AAU side, as they do seeding. I'm not too exactly sure how it goes down, but Milwaukee holds an annual big tournament this year. It's a little smaller this year. I think they split it up into 2 different weekends. Like the younger kids,
sure,
were earlier, and we're late. We're now. But yeah, my team, I'm coaching for Mod Volleyball Club down in Chicago area, and we are the biggest club in the Midwest, biggest club east of the Mississippi, and the third most successful club in the country, behind Bay to Bay and I think Balboa Bay.
Yeah, a couple Cali programs.
Yeah, a couple Cali programs.
Yeah, well, that's cool that you find a way to give back to the game and help nurture the youths. Yeah.
Hell yeah. And it's man, there's nothing more rewarding than that, man. Like seeing somebody, especially a kid, be successful from your teachings. I love it.
As a professional player, I've traveled the world and competed for over a decade in the sand, the grass, and the hard court. Along the way, I've learned that reaching your true potential takes consistent practice and great coaching. That's why we've created Volley Life University, an open community of coaches and players working together to elevate the game in Milwaukee. Our training focuses on skill development, physical and mental preparation, and game strategy. We use modern learning methods to make challenging sessions that remain supportive and fun. Whether you're an experienced player looking to take your game to the next level, new to sand volleyball, or just getting back in the sport, Volley Life University has something for everyone. We offer camps, clinics, and development programs for juniors and adults of all levels. Come train, enjoy the sport, and grow the game with us. Learn more at volley-life.com. We'll talk a little bit more about what you got going on next, but for now, let's roll the tape a little bit here.
Let's roll the tape.
Okay, so let's set the scene a little bit. This is at the Battle at the 5-0s. This was, I think, the first grass volleyball tournament that Volley Life ran.
Yeah,
so this was 2021, end of May, and
you just got back from Denmark.
Yeah, I just gotten back from Denmark about a month ago. You'll see I'm still wearing some, I think, KT tape on my knee because, I don't think I ever recovered fully from that indoor pro season. But it was a fun day, a beautiful day. Late May in Oconomowoc is generally a lot warmer than it is in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Not so, we're farther away from the lake. But we had a lot of good teams there. Something about getting out there first, having a real early tournament in the spring or early summer for us Midwesterners. We've been cooped up inside. All the ballers come out to play in these early events. So I was really stoked with how well it went. We got Rob St. Clair on the mic. You probably hear him doing Volleyball Nations League, and he does Boat Ride now. But this was, I think, his first grass volleyball commentary.
I think so, yeah.
Which I had invited him to come do because he'd been doing all these VLA matches. And he did great, helped elevate the scene. We had a good crowd. Most of them were off camera, but we had a good crowd there. And we also debuted the purple Moss Volley tanks, which unfortunately are out of stock and out of, I guess, print. I don't know what the right word is for fashion, but we can't make them anymore. They're discontinued.
They're discontinued,
So I still got one. So
I still got one.
Yeah, the right offer for a vintage Moss Volley shirt maybe will take it away from me. But
I don't know, man. You got purple's too fly. You got to keep that.
They were pretty fly. But anyway, we are playing together on the same team, Team Moss Volley. We also had Aaron Lang setting for us, and we have Bill Meinbauer was our fourth, which was really nice because I was trying to also be a tournament director and run things smoothly. He needed to help fill in, and I don't know if my knees were healthy enough to play the whole day anyway. And he got us pretty far in the day, and then set us up for success to play well in the final. And our opponents are Chandler North, who we had on a recent episode of Roll the Tape. So if you haven't watched that yet, go check it out. It's a two-parter. He's playing with Tyler Wills and Jacob Oberbrunner, who I actually played club volleyball with in college.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So,
I always forget about that.
And Chandler and I were teammates in Denmark, so we had just come back from Denmark. And so there's a little bit of maybe teammate, former teammate rivalry. You know how it is. If you're playing against somebody that you used to play with, you want to take it to them. But
you want to give a little extra.
Yeah, so I'm gonna hit play here, and I think it starts off with some of the warm-ups. But Relyea, tell me a little bit about how you were feeling at this point. Like you were saying that you this is one of your signature performances. So like how did this day go for you up to this point?
So up to this point, I was having a great day. I had just finished balling out in the semis and beat Mikolov for the first time in my grass career, and that felt great because he's a baller. He played with two other ballers, Ian Zaleski and Mitch Perinar, and we really gave it to him. Clicking on all cylinders. I was clicking. At this point, I felt like, dude, this is my oyster. Like this is my world. I'm about to run this. You
Yeah.
know, especially with two ballers on my side with you and Lang.
Yeah, this wasn't our first tournament playing together. Um, we had played probably like what,
I'd say a
three
handful,
three
almost a handful.
other grass tournaments together. We played.
Two Packers.
Yeah, we played on two Wapaka teams together. You were on our team the first year we made the finals in 2019.
Yeah. As the hype
Um,
man with the nunchucks, that was so much fun.
well, you were more than just the hype man. You I believe got set every ball in pool play and made sure that the rest of the team was well rested. Okay, warm up's done. We're heading into the match here.
Boom.
Yeah, that is a nice start. So we'd also, I think, won. Yeah, we'd played. Cornrows was 2020, so that was the previous
Oh,
year.
yeah.
So we won the co-ed fours and the triples division.
Didn't lose a set. I think we lost one in co-ed, but that was it.
Maybe, I don't think we did,
Oh, we
but
lost one in the finals.
in the final.
Yeah.
Well, in any case, when we played cornrows together, we were playing with Ian Zaleski, and we just passed two. I played outside, you played right side, although you generally just hit out of the middle. But now, if you look at us, so we're on the far side now. We're passing with three. Um, so a little bit different strategy. Why don't you talk about the strategy that we have going on here?
Uh, so speaking of the passing two, I do remember because passing three, right, has become much more of a staple in the grass, right? The serves are getting bigger and more consistent, right? Got to take that pressure off with the pass. I remember just being on a legacy run, and I just remember being on a legacy run in that corn roast. Remember, I passed so fucking well
Yeah.
in that tournament. Right?
And
Normally,
everybody's targeting you on that, so it's like a lot of pressure to deal with when people are trying to ace you over and over again.
yeah. And I think I got ace maybe not even a handful of times the whole day.
Yeah, we passed really well.
Passed really well. It's one of those things, right? You play on the grass, you play passing with two. The guy on the right usually has more court, or is taking more court more comfortably,
Yeah, right.
more
Because
intuitively.
people generally serve out of the right side of the court.
Zone one, zone 6-1.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
that means the person on the receiving team on that right is diagonal from the server, and so when they are moving towards the ball, they're also cutting it off. That's why they take the seam. So that's what you mean by, in case you guys don't understand that, the person on the right side generally has more passing responsibility because they're moving towards the server instead of away from it. Of course, that switches when the server moves to the left side of the court,
Yeah.
which people might do either because they like serving from there or usually the wind is a factor in that.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was very windy that day,
I don't
and a
remember
lot of
when,
people were
yeah.
just serving out of the right back. So you were the main
I'll give
passer
it.
a lot.
I'll give it to Beezer. He started mixing up. Beezer, I think, gave us the most problems, which by most I mean not that much, but he like that. He likes that jump serve, that 5 to 5, and that right that switches the seams, and especially as a righty coming from zone one, the ball tails differently, and it's a little harder, for a left side to cover that seam, whereas it would be for me to cover that seam right from the
Right.
other side. So we got. I remember we got crossed up a couple times, which good on him on that. But yeah, I had to cover a lot, so I was able to be more comfortable, right? Because I feel like, for me at least, it's gotten a little bit better about this. But the left side, I feel a little bit more handicapped passing sometimes, or at least I used to, because it's okay, any ball on me to my left, it's me. But now I always fall in that gray area of like to my right, like ooh, do I take it? Do I not?
Right.
So now I'm creating a big deficit right there. Whereas on the right side, okay, it's my scene. I have a little bit more court to cover. Fuck it, let's go. Let's get after it.
Yeah,
So I was
right.
able
So
to do
building
that.
that trust and communication with your team is super important in passing seams, and that's one thing that passing three helps with is that it shrinks the seam, but now there's two seams instead of one. So you do have to really lock down the communication, and we'll come back to that later on because we'll see that there's a couple problems with
I,
our
I was about to say,
communication in this first game especially.
I was gonna say that to answer your question real quick about that, because you're asking about the passing with three. Yeah, Lang and I got a little crossed up, like we're about to see
Yeah,
a couple times, and Chandler did a great job of serving, of hitting that 5-6 seam from
right,
zone
right.
five, and
Which
yeah,
I think outdoors is his best serve is when he goes from on five and then attacks the 5-6 seam
yeah,
because he also can hit the sideline pretty well.
yeah, he's very consistent with that.
But I pause it here because I want to look at this play in particular. Now the first play of the game, we set you and you bounce it, and then this one you just slightly
Just
hit it
slightly
wide,
missed,
right?
yeah.
So let's take a look here. What happens? Serve Aaron, force me into set. Now it's like maybe 6 inches out of bounds.
Wait, Tyler, what did I hit? Hit a shed or something?
Well, that particular set, for me, I drop it pretty far inside. Now, I think there's some wind that's holding it there. You can see the trees blowing. I think there was a lot of wind going on
East
the
to west.
screen from right to left. So, actually, east is the left side of the screen there.
Oh,
So
the
that's why
east.
you see a lot of the servers in this match serving from the left side of the screen. But
Speaking of which,
yeah, because the wind will blow right where Aaron just served from. That you're cutting into the wind a little bit more. But that's one thing I found, like in this strategy of passing three, it's really helpful. Like when I'm setting, if I throw that ball wider, like to you, like Kyle Overby, we do this with a lot too. If I throw that ball wider, and I miss wide instead of miss inside, it kind of helps open up a lot of your options because, like here, you can see how high you're reaching. And Overview does the same thing. If that ball is falling inside, now it takes your reach from high to like out in
going
front,
inside,
and that's when you can
yeah.
make errors or get blocked.
Yeah,
And so,
nice serve. Oof.
yeah, yeah. Chandler got a little smack talk here.
Yeah, I love playing against guys like Chandler, man. He's not disrespectful or anything with it, but he'll let you know how things are going with his mouth, and I love that. You know,
Yeah. Well, he's he makes a good pass, and his teammates take care of the rest. So that's helpful.
I feel like this is around the part where I started feeling real hungry.
Yeah. Well, you should have eaten more food, man.
I really should have. Thankfully, I had Chipotle left over. That was a big savior. I questioned that decision by Lane. Yeah.
Well, I think he was trying to grab it before it hit the net. I don't think he had many choices. I should have made a better swing. I thought I was going to be able to get on top of it. But sometimes the net's your friend in grass, and sometimes it's not.
Sometimes it's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I felt like and I feel like this was created by me a little bit because right, you guys were putting a lot of stock on me, especially third ball man, and I wasn't really, I wasn't computing. I'm gonna say, at the same level, the same rate that I was in the previous match. So I'm sure you guys felt a little pressure from that
Oh,
as
you
well.
mean
I can
like
see
the
it from you a little
execution
bit.
side?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I said computing or competing.
Computing.
I feel like that still works though, maybe a little bit.
Yeah, sort of.
Well, we'll take it. No, but like, yeah, I wasn't
Yeah,
the
right.
same.
Well, that's an interesting idea, right? So sometimes you feel this pressure to like, I have to be the one to do something, and I think a better way of playing is like the pressure I put on myself should be how can I help my team, right? And so if everybody on the team is thinking like, what's the best thing I can do to help the team, then what you're doing is taking pressure off each other, And so, so our system here is to basically set Relyea the ball, and like that allows me and Lang to have great ball control and influence the match that way. It allows me to serve aggressive. Allows us to both, like when there's an opportunity to set me that's like in system or flow or rhythm, whatever, then that's fine. But basically, we're like, let's make sure we pass the ball well enough to set Relyea,
He has did a great job with that too.
Well, it's yeah, it's you got a big window, but yeah. So if that strategy stops working because the execution on the third contact maybe isn't there, or on the first contact's not there, then yeah, it can start to build, and we need to feel more pressure. Like there's more pressure on each person, like to just push a little harder.
Yeah.
You know, and I think this is an example of that. We were talking about the passing breakdown or communication breakdown. This is a good serve that tests that seam discipline here, and to me it looks like Lang. That's like a high deep one, you know. So Lang should take that seam if it's going to drop short, but because you're moving into the ball, it's probably better for you to take that ball here.
Absolutely, this is one ball I really struggle with. Is that ball spinning away from me, having to take that seam? It's not
Right.
really spinning away from me, but you get what I'm saying. It's got that little tail.
Well,
And I
it
just,
is also just a really good serve deep into that seam. It's very challenging, you know.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I had a lot of those that match.
Yes. Well, that's a nice, like Lang makes a better pass, and I make sure to push the ball wide, and then you get your feet all the way there. That's just undiggable.
Yeah, you're not stopping that one. They couldn't. I don't think they blocked me this match once. Which Chandler's usually good for 1 or 2 on me in the match. I'll give him that. Tyler too. And Jake too. Jake knows how I play.
Well, Jake is fairly tall, so he's able to. Yeah, I get it. Oh no, just roofed on that one.
Yeah, speaking of Chandler blocks.
I remember this play pretty well. Like, it's similar to the other one where Lang kind of throws it back when maybe not the best choice, but like it's a lot farther inside than I was hoping for, you know. And then I don't make a very smart choice. Sometimes when you get a ball that's inside, you can kind of like speed up your approach and beat the block angle in the direction that the ball's taking you.
Yeah.
But that one was not one of those.
But like you were saying, it's tough. The wind's blowing this way, so like you kind of end up overrunning it a little bit because the wind takes it off your shoulder or off your midline.
Pulls it away.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Next point, you come back and make a smart play.
Hey.
You know?
And I love that, Tomas, because speaking of the pressure thing, that can really build. If you were somebody that couldn't handle the pressure, you're swinging at that no matter what.
Right.
And
right.
you know, you're putting it in the blocker's hands, which we don't want to do that. Oh.
Yeah, I remember I've played against Tyler a handful of times at this point, but this is one of the first matches that I played against him where he just was like really very difficult to stop when he was swinging. You know, like you guys are both super up there, but he's got the ball in front of him. He's contacting it high, and he's also just hitting it really hard too. So it makes it hard to slow down.
Yeah, and he's not a berserk when he goes up there to swing. Like he's always under control.
Exactly.
Yeah. Whereas I can't fully say the same about me. More as I get older, but yeah, I'm trying to bang.
Let's see. Yeah.
Line. Oh.
Yeah, you can tell I wanted that one back. It looks like maybe I wasn't quite in a good enough spot. It was a little shallow.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to have a full approach and jump higher and hit it down more, but that's not what happened.
He was, yeah. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, so I don't know where we're calling seam on this, if it's seam left, probably it's seam left.
That one was the seam left.
But one thing we started doing with later when we started using this team more with Aaron in the middle is we just had the wing players take the seam no matter what.
Okay.
Because then that allows Aaron to just, like, I'm supposed to set unless it's right on me. You know?
Yeah. Oh, undisciplined block.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed with the setup from everybody here.
Oh, it was so sucked in. I'm not even on him.
Not on the ball, and I don't know what Aaron's doing there, but.
I think Aaron, speaking of the pressure thing, Aaron was getting flustered a little bit, you know, by. Well, I'm gonna say me, and the pressure that's been added on. Hey.
Nice dig there.
Yeah, that was a nice dig.
But now that time you line up on the ball and then force him out of bounds.
And,
And that's
and Mr.
even
Jake
even
wants
though
to,
they make a nice dig, like they don't get a great opportunity out of that. 'Cause they're setting Jake, who can make a crafty play. Oh, look who it is! It's Miss
Leche.
Leche Dog. How you
Leche,
doing?
what's up? What's up, Milk?
You wanna come up here?
Yeah, come on, Leche.
You gotta behave though. You gotta behave. This is Leche.
Leche, look at the camera.
Leche, watch me. Look at that. Look at that.
She just loves you too much.
Leche, who
She
that?
loves you.
Who that?
Leche, you rock, man.
All right. Can you lie
You that
down?
dog.
Lie down. Good
Yay!
girl. All right.
I was gonna comment on that Jake swing. Man, you just gotta go for it, dog. You got a big arm.
I'm saying Jay can make things happen, but he's been setting all day. You know,
He's not in that flow.
from our perspective, we'd rather have Jake attacking than. Yeah, there's another seam mistake. That should have been mine.
That might have been laying short right.
Short right, maybe. But
I can't
one
tell
one
from
thing
here.
Tyler has on his serve is he has a lot of bite, a lot of topspin on it, especially when he's going cross court. It hardly ever will beat you deep cross court, but it'll bite a lot and maybe hit you short. You know,
Yeah. No,
so you got to be on your toes, especially when I'm receiving from that position. Oh yeah, I get a little heated right here, I think.
now Tomas is woke.
Well, you know, I probably took it personally that he thought that was the best way to score the point was by serving a sky ball.
Oh man, I missed that block. Yeah,
Yeah.
I appreciate you. I can respect playing into the crowd, but yeah, you do feel a certain way, you know, when it's against you when that happens. At least I do for
Well,
sure.
you know, they did beat us 21-13, so like
They
they
earned
had
it.
plenty of chances to score after losing that point, but
Yeah.
yeah, I was a little frustrated. Now we'll have to clip this in because it's edited out in this video, but we do have the very first Volley Life Skyball competition, which we do now at all of our tournaments after game one of the finals, or maybe sometimes we do it before the final. But this is the very first one that we had, and there's some funny moments, so we'll have to clip some of those in. But
Yeah, please.
I remember. Okay, so we just get beat 21-13. What is going through your head, and how are you communicating with the team at this point? Like, what do we need to change to do better in game two?
So that's a great question, and this one has layers to it.